Hello everyone. Let's have a quick shootout on what you have learned in the last video. In the last video, we learned about EC2, that is Elastic Compute Cloud. It is a AWS service where we can launch virtual servers called as EC2 instances. Then we also learned about Elastic Beanstalk. It easily and quickly deploy our applications. Then we also learned about Elastic Load Balancer. It distributes traffic to multiple EC2 instances across availability zones. As I said, load balancer is a software, so we need to install it, and Elastic Load Balancer is fully managed AWS service. Now let's discuss some interview point of view and certification point of view questions. Which infrastructure as a service you know in AWS, that is EC2. Then which platform as a service you know in AWS, that is Elastic Beanstalk. Why EC2 is a infrastructure as a service? Because in infrastructure as a service, data application and operating system is managed by customer. Why Elastic Beanstalk is a platform as a service? Because data and application is managed by customer, rest operating system, storage, server, virtual machines, everything managed by AWS. So now what is the difference between EC2 and Elastic Beanstalk? Like in EC2, we need to deploy the application, we need to maintain that application, we need to do some configurations, everything need to manage by us only. Okay, high availability, auto scaling, that part will be managed by AWS only. And in Elastic Beanstalk, we just need to upload the application and do some configuration. Rest everything AWS will manage. Now let's move with today's topic, that is S3, simple storage service. Most favorite topic of everyone, that is S3, simple storage service. Today's topic will be S3 simple storage service. Now let's imagine I have multiple files and I want to upload that file somewhere where I could get the unlimited storage and need to monitor my files so my files will not be corrupted. So I came with AWS, and AWS introduced me with S3, that is simple storage service. AWS is telling me that I am providing you one storage where you will have unlimited files, and we will monitor those files. We will take care that there will be high availability, your files will not corrupted. So AWS introduced with unlimited storage, that is S3 is simple storage service. So can I say that S3 has unlimited storage? So I can say that S3 is a unlimited storage. S3 is a unlimited storage. Okay. Now if I have one movie and I want to upload that movie in my laptop, how I will be upload that movie? First in laptop. Okay. In laptop, I will create one folder. Okay. In that folder, I will create files. In that files, I will put my movie. Okay. Like if I have one movie and I want to put that movie in my laptop, how I will put? Generally in laptop we create one folder. Inside that folder we create files. Inside the files we store our movie. Similarly in S3 also, instead of folder we have S3 storage, right? Instead of folder, or instead of laptop we have S3. Now instead of folder in S3 we will see it as a bucket. Instead of folder in S3 we will see it as a bucket, and instead of files we will see it as a objects. Instead of files we will see it as a objects. And this movie, whatever the particular files we are putting in our laptop, it can be movie or it can be any downloaded files or photos, whatever. So in S3 we will see it as a key. So just we are replacing the names. Okay, in our laptop, instead of laptop there is S3, instead of folder there is bucket, instead of files we are saying objects, and instead of movie, whatever we are putting in our laptop, instead of that particular thing we will see it as a key. So we are just replacing those words now. Okay, like if I am to compare this AWS service which is S3 service, so for example there are examples like Google Drive is there where we can store the files. Then there is a OneDrive from Microsoft. Similarly, AWS has S3, which is simple storage service. Now already we came to know that AWS is providing unlimited storage in service. Now, for example, in our mobile, whatever we store, so can we install or can we execute or can we run that files? That obviously the answer is no. Similarly in S3 also we cannot, in S3 also we cannot install, we cannot execute, we cannot execute and we cannot run files, we cannot install, execute and run files in S3. Okay, as in our laptop, as in our laptop or as in our mobile, we cannot install or we cannot execute or we cannot run any file. Similarly in S3 also we cannot install, we cannot execute or we cannot run any files. Okay, but S3 allows us to download the files, to upload the file, store the data and access to our files. Like S3 allows us to upload, download, store the data and access to our files. S3 allows us to download the files, upload the files, store the data and access to our files. Okay, but we cannot run, install or execute files in S3, and S3 is a unlimited storage. Now as we seen that uh, instead of folder we are saying that bucket. Okay, then what is this bucket? Bucket is nothing but it is a container of object or it is a collection of object. Bucket is nothing but it is a collection or container of object. Let's understand how it is a container of object. Like see, there is a folder, in that folder we are creating files. Similarly in bucket also, instead of folder we are saying that bucket. In bucket we are creating objects, so it is the collection of object only, right? So bucket, what is bucket? Bucket is a container of object. Then what is object? Object is nothing but name of the, sorry, object is nothing but it is a file. Okay, as in laptop there is a file. So what is object? Object is a file. What is bucket? Bucket is collection of object. Like it is a collection of files only, but instead of files we are saying that object. So yeah, bucket is a container of object or collection of object. Then what is object? Object is nothing but it is a file. Okay, then what is key? Key is nothing but name of object, name of object. What is key? Key is nothing but the name of the object. So what we learned till now, like S3, AWS is providing us unlimited storage, which is S3. S3 is a unlimited storage. Like as of in our laptop we store the file, similarly in S3 also we store the file, just there are different name in S3. Okay, if I am to compare S3 service with any other, so there is a Google Drive, there is a OneDrive from Microsoft. So in S3 we cannot install, execute or run files in S3. S3 allows us to download, upload the files, store the data and access to our files. Bucket is nothing but container or collection of object. Object is what? Object is files. Then what is key? Key is nothing but name of the object. Now let's move with static website hosting. There is one more important topic, static website hosting. Static website hosting. Like I need one service where I I could get directly website to access my any website or anything. Okay, so AWS is providing one service where AWS will provide directly URL to us to access our website. So that service name is static website hosting. Like in S3 we will upload our files or whatever there. So in a static, if you enable static website hosting, we can directly access the URL. So similarly, what is static website hosting? In static website hosting we need to create bucket first. we need to create bucket and upload our HTML files and just enable the static website hosting. What is static website hosting? In static website hosting, just create the bucket, then upload all the HTML files and enable static website hosting. Just there is one button, static website hosting. We have to enable that button, and AWS will provide us directly URL to access our website. So if I want to directly URL so that I can access our website, there is a service in S3, that is static website hosting. How we can enable the static website hosting? Just create a bucket, upload the HTML files and enable static website hosting. So this is just overview of simple storage service. We will go deeper into the simple storage service in our coming videos.